interesting. Uh, my memory on my phone is being used up. So now it's starting to tell me how many minutes I have left. That's cool. It's an adequate amount for now. Yeah, I'm going to touch upon a couple of subjects. First of all, obviously, sleep is proving a little bit elusive tonight. It's probably because I slept for 13 hours yesterday. And now I have a little bit of a cold. Well, I don't actually have a cold. It's because I haven't slept. As soon as I go to sleep, I'll be okay because immunity will build up during the night. So it's just like, yeah, anyway. So that's one thing. But yeah, the amygdala in the brain was going a bit crazy, to be honest. Yeah, like overfiring. There's actually something called amygdala hijack, which is worth looking up if you're interested. There's actually some really good videos on YouTube that both scientists and other people have made. Yeah, so that's the first thing. So what did I do? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I just needed to get up and read some like motivational, inspirational stuff, and listen to a friend's voice on my phone because he left a very nice voice note actually. So yeah, that was that helped a lot. Yeah, that was very beneficial. I kind of knew that I was going to be up until 3 o'clock this morning or 4 if I'd slept for 13 hours the night before. So that didn't come as a surprise. Just the way it happened came as a surprise. But even then, I guess it was something that was coalescing throughout the course of the night. I'm probably rambling complete shit right now, but hopefully it makes sense to some degree. What was I gonna say? Yeah, a couple of things struck me of interest today. Yeah, Ibanez guitars. They're incredible. They're just like absolutely incredible. But you don't have any famous musicians that play them. And I was trying to conclude as to why. I mean, it's pretty clear because obviously Gibson and Fender are going to be your go-to guitars for anyone that wants to be like seen on stage with a guitar, right? You're not gonna. I mean, as in if you're famous. I'm not talking about just for everybody else. It's fine if you have an Ibanez, but obviously aesthetics and are very very important when it comes to things like music and film. And another thing about guitars is fundamentally they're different to things like cars and airplanes and computers because guitars don't actually go wrong very often, and if they do, your neck is a little bit warped, you can get that repaired easily enough with a truss rod. While your string breaks, your input jack breaks, and these are all minor issues. You don't really have big issues with the guitar unless you drop it, but even then you can get it repaired, and the cost is not that high. So when you're talking in terms of reliability, you don't really have that much to worry about when it comes to guitars. They're pretty cool in that sense. There's a beauty in simplicity, right? Yeah, but Ibanez, it's an interesting company. I think they're the world's third. Oh my god, that's gross. I think they're the world's third largest manufacturer of of electric guitars. There wasn't a huge amount of discharge there, by the way. There was hardly any. Um, yeah, and it's not visible, so it's all good. What was I going to say? Yeah, I think they're the third largest manufacturer. I mean, I might be wrong, but I think they are. But anyway, yeah, they're really, really good. As soon as you pick them up, most of them, even a Geo, which is a base level one, entry level, they're incredible. A $150 Ibanez Geo is better than a $300 or $400 made in Mexico Stratocaster. Um, yeah, because the Mexican ones are the entry level ones, and then you have your I don't know if they make them in China anymore, but or if they ever did actually for that matter. But yeah, obviously you have your made in Japan ones. Your made in Japan ones are sometimes even better than your made in America ones. Actually, more often than not, they probably are. Just like made in Japan Levi's are better than made in America Levi's. And in fact, if you go to many department stores, you will see that the made in Japan Levi's are priced higher than the made in American Levi's. That's how good Japanese engineering is. Um, yeah, and you can't just use the word engineering for electronic products. Actually, you can use it for anything because there's a lot of engineering that goes into making clothes properly. A lot. Um, Insane amounts, actually. Um, what else was I going to say? Yes, that was the guitar thing. Oh, I watched Straight Outta Compton the other day. Obviously that film has been released since I think 2015. It's been sitting, on Netflix for ages. I just didn't get around to watching it. It's a 2.5 hour film. I didn't look at the clock once. One of the better films I've seen recently. Really, really good. Sign of the Times. Uh, yeah, it was incredible what they went on to achieve afterwards. Ice Cube with his film career and Dre with his expertise in production and his record label and obviously Beats headphones as well. Yeah, pretty amazing what they went on to do. It's kind of ridiculous how people say, "Oh, but yeah, they were having sex with lots of people and it was all sinful," and I'm not sure if they're using the word sinful, but they're certainly hating on them for those things. But then if you look at Motley Crue or the Rolling Stones or Kiss or the Doors, well, they were doing exactly the same thing. Just because one's white and the others were black and came from the ghetto, it doesn't mean that one's right and one's wrong. So it's a very myopic, kind of narrow-minded way of looking at it. Um, what else did I want to say? I'm obviously digressing a lot, I know, but it doesn't matter. I'll get into everything in more detail at another point. Yeah, one more thing. This has slightly annoyed me recently. Is my MacBook charger has stopped working. They obviously do this intentionally. It's built-in obsolescence because they can build a computer so goddamn well that lasts for a long, long time. Yet they can't braid a cable properly. I mean, that's just doing something intentionally to make money, basically. Yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous. This is such crappy engineering, and this is like an official charger. This is not some third party crap. Um, yeah, they're very expensive as well. Um, I'm gonna have to go get another one now. Yeah, so that's a money making tactic that they deploy. Um, yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, the Japanese are incredible because I remember.